Since Black Panther has been so successful and came out so recently, I'm sure a lot of other studios are wondering, are there any properties we could adapt where we could have mostly black cast or starring a black hero that could make as much money as this other movie with a black lead and a mostly black cast did too? I wouldn't be surprised if DC and Warner Brothers are wondering the same thing. And if they are, I have a list of black characters they can make movies about if they wanted to give it a shot. Multiple black characters. So here we go. Number 1, the Milestone Universe. The Milestone Universe was created by Dwayne McDuffie for DC, I think in the 90s is when it started, and it was a pocket universe. That's the best way to describe it, but DC printed it, but it was set in a different world from, Batman and Superman and stuff, but most or all the superheroes were black and people of color. Most of them were black folks, but they were also Asian and Latino heroes too, and they were, took place here. This is where Static came from, other characters like Icon and Hardware and many others. And, now that there's more interest in superheroes and lead characters of color, thanks to Black Panther and other things, that is a property that DC could adopt for the big screen if they wanted to. Next up, Cyborg. Cyborg, we've already seen him introduced in Justice League. There was news, I think, a couple of years ago that DC was developing a Cyborg movie. But ever since then, we haven't heard anything more about it, making some people wonder, are they still going to make this movie? But, since Cyborg is black, maybe they will be prompted or motivated to get the ball rolling on that because they have evidence right before their very eyes that a movie starring a black superhero can make a lot of money. So, Cyborg's on this list. Number 3, Jon Stewart. Now, we know that Jon Stewart's probably going to show up in the Green Lantern Corps movie that was announced, I don't know how long ago first announced and that we've heard about, but I don't know if they started production yet. And the Green Lantern Corps movie, I think, is supposed to star both Jon Stewart and Hal Jordan as the two main Green Lanterns in that movie. It's supposed to be like a buddy cop kind of movie. And there will probably, of course, be other Green Lanterns as supporting characters and background characters. And they'll all have adventures in space. But with Black Panther's success and it being proven basically that a black superhero can lead a very successful movie, DC might want to be interested in doing a Jon Stewart solo spinoff. Next up, the New Gods. Ava DuVernay has been hired to do the New Gods movie for DC, and I'm pretty confident she's going to race bend a lot of characters who are white in the comics to be people of color in the movies. Now, it's not like they're all going to be black folks, of course, so why I put them on this list might be kind of you might be kind of curious why I put them on here, because I'm pretty sure a lot of the New Gods, it's going to be a mixture of colors. It's going to be black, white, Asian, Latino, probably Middle Eastern, all kinds in the movie. But given Ava DuVernay's history, I wouldn't be surprised if she made the lead main character hero and or the lead main villain, who's probably going to be Darkseid, if she made them black men. And that wouldn't surprise me at all. But we'll see. We'll see. I mean, New Gods has just been announced, and she has yet to cast any of the people in that movie, and it's probably years away from happening. So we'll see, but I wouldn't be surprised if she went that route. Next up, Black Lightning. Black Lightning already has a successful TV show on the CW, so who's to say he wouldn't be able to carry his own movie too? Now, DC has shown us, and Warner Brothers, that they don't have a problem having TV and movie versions of characters existing at the same time. We have 2 Flashes now, we have 2 Supermen, 2 Batmen, so who's to say we couldn't have 2 Black Lightnings going on at the same time? I think it could work if they wanted to do it. Next up, Vixen. Vixen, thanks to her appearances on Justice League Unlimited, and she has her own show on CW Seed, and she's been on the Arrow and currently on the Legends of Tomorrow TV show on the CW. A lot more people know who Vixen was than they did before, all this happened. She was in the comics, she's been a member of the Justice League and the Suicide Squad, but a lot of people didn't know who she was until she first started showing up in animation and on TV. So because the character has, become a little bit more prominent in pop culture, if DC ever wants to make, have a black female superhero star in her own movie on the DC side, she could be the one they pick. And she's an African superhero, just like the Black Panther is an African superhero over in Marvel. So there we have it. My list of DC characters, black DC characters who could get their own movie. Now, you may be thinking, if you're a DC fan or reader, there are many other black superheroes I haven't put in this list, and you're right. However, the ones that I've listed, I think, are the most popular and well-known, so they're the ones whom I think would be the first ones to get their own starring roles in movies before all these others. If DC did pick one of these others to get their own movies, believe me, I'd be totally supportive of it, but I don't think they're going to happen, at least not before the ones in this list get their own movie. But what do you think? Am I right or am I wrong? Let me know in the comments. Please like the video on YouTube if you like it, and subscribe to the channel because I like doing these videos for you, and I do them all the time. And I will talk to you soon. Bye.